A record 32 million Hispanics will be eligible to vote in this election, making the Latino voting bloc one of the most important throughout the country. I'm Kristen Lago in Los Angeles. Although Latinos have traditionally voted for the Democratic candidate, I'll introduce you to one local Latino voter who has been trying to mobilize others around him to vote for President Trump. Every day for the better part of the last 2 years, Jesse Holguin has dedicated time to interacting with other Latino voters.
Like, see, I'm always full of requests.
Other voters who, like him, will be or have already casted their ballots for President Trump.
But I like him because he keeps his word. He's the only president that I've seen that keeps his promises. If he says he's going to do it, he does it.
Holguin is actually a former gang member who converted to Christianity after a shooting when he was 26 years old. Though he had always identified with the Democratic Party, he became dissatisfied back in 2015. And though he didn't support Trump at first, it's safe to say 4 years later, he's changed his tune.
You ask how could I vote for Trump? How could Latinos vote for Trump? I say, how could they not? To me, he's done more for Latinos than any president in history. We had the lowest unemployment, the opportunity zone.
And that Latino voting bloc as a whole stands to play a big role in the outcome of this election. While the group traditionally supports Democratic candidates, some, like Jesse, believe their socially conservative values are more aligned with Republican principles.
We're entrepreneurs, we're hard workers, we have faith, our values. Like, most Latinos are conservative, they just don't know it.
It was that motivation that inspired him to launch a Lexit movement here in California.
Lexit is the Latino exit from the Democrat Party.
It's one of several throughout the country engaging Latino voters who support Trump and other conservative leaders. Because as Jesse told me, though Latinos for Trump may be seen as a minority, he doesn't think they're as much of a rarity as you might imagine.
Look at me, I'm an ex-gang member from La Puente, California. I met the president. I've been invited to the White House 5 times, and even every time I went to the White House, hundreds of Latinos.
Offering insight that the Latino voting bloc might not be the monolith that some have imagined.